first task in your Optical Illusions booklet. So if you don't have this booklet, you can download it from the notice board on your WeDoc app. So if you don't have it, that's fine. You can still look at the instructions and do it on loose paper. The first pages here gives you some information about what optical illusions are. So read through that carefully. And this is the first task. Now, many of you have already attempted this, but I want to give you some more pointers, and some of you might want to try this again after watching this. Now, the key thing with this task is that you do not rush it at all. If you rush this task, you're not going to get the optical illusions effect that makes your eye jump around. Now, I've done one example here in the booklet, and I'll do one on this loose paper and give you some pointers. So first of all, you write out the name or word you want to use for this task. I'll just write my name. And it's best, if you can, to use cursive so that the letters join together. That'll just make the task later on a little bit easier for you. Okay, now, the next step is really important, that you go around carefully all of the words, that you try and include every little detail that you can to give yourself as much detail as possible. Now, if you're using colors, don't go overboard with them. Maybe pick maximum 2 colors, ideally complementary colors, so that you can still have the optical illusions effect. I'm just using black and white. I think it's actually the most impactful color combination. With this task, it really is about patience and developing your fine motor skills. So if you've rushed this task, I'm going to want you to go through it again, maybe do it on a loose piece of paper, just like how I am, so that you can develop your accuracy. Otherwise, there's not really much point if you're just rushing it. Alternatively, if you have done this and you feel like your first attempt was very successful, you could try maybe using colors or trying to work on having different thicknesses of line and individualize the task a little bit. It's going to take quite a while. And you'll see that actually this task, if you're doing it carefully and accurately, it will take you at least a single lesson to do. I know many of you have emailed me your task. Well done for doing it, first of all. However, I want you to stick to your timetable so that you can get a balanced education. I'm just going to continue going around really carefully, trying to include all of the details that I can. And where it's not possible, I'm just going to, you see over here with the A and the R, just do a little dip to indicate that change in letter, but I can't fully show that whole shape there. I'll pause the video now and I'll continue after I've done a little bit more, so you can see how the task progresses. Okay, as you can see, I've progressed. Now these edges are getting a little bit wider, but actually you can see that the optical illusion is still working because I have these sections of detail. Now, you may see that I've drawn a rectangle around my page, just that's where I'm going to stop with the image. So now when I go around, do my details, I'm not going to continue it to the rest of the page. That just gives it a little bit of a neater final look. Now, ways you could develop your work is you could try working with different line thicknesses, having some thicker lines. You could do that manually by just drawing thicker lines or coloring in some of these sections, or you could use a thicker black marker to do some of these lines. If you do that, let me know and send me a picture and we can see how it's looking. So here I'm coming to the edge of the image. I'm just going to stop there and continue along the side. So this does take patience. It's taken me a fair amount of time to do this, so you do know that it will be at least a single lesson, if not a lesson and a half, to do this task properly and carefully.